Hey, this is Brett the Hitman Hart, and you're listening to the Smacked Raw podcast.
What? Okay, well, has this always been a thing? Where have I been?
Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome to the NXT Recap, brought to you by the Smacked Raw podcast. I am your host, Katie Baby.
Baby.
And I'm joined, of course, by the Shaq to my Kobe, the Diesel to my HBK, RN. How you doing?
Can you dig it?
There you go.
Good. NXT recap. Let's get this shit popping.
This is the show of the week. I mean, I did hear Dynamite was pretty cool, but they're not doing a recap, so Wednesdays are ours. We win.
A-show.
We win. Jesus Christ. But we are a wrestling recap podcast. You can find us live on twitch.tv/puttingyouover for Raw, SmackDown, and AEW Dynamite. And of course, you can find NXT here on our own personal Twitch channel, twitch.tv/SmackDrawPodcast. If you miss a live stream, we have the video form up on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/SmackDrawPodcast. The button came up when I did this. There we go. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you get notified every time we post a new video, if you please. We have all of the recaps up there. You can see all of the technical difficulties happen in person because we don't edit these. Like on Monday, where my camera cut off. It was fun. I'm telling you. Or if you don't like to watch all of the fuck-ups happen, we have the audio form up on basically every podcast platform you can think of. And if you want to consume your wrestling media in any other way, like using your eyes to read some cool articles, head on over to WrestlingNewsWorld.com. We have the privilege of being the exclusive recap for them. Shout out to D-Rod for getting us back on. And, go over there, support them, check out their premium content, and, support us by going where, Aaron?
To the patreon.com/SmackDrawPodcast. Yes. 4 different tiers. You get your stickers, t-shirts if Kyle ever decides to send you one. You can actually get your unpopular opinions put on UWO, which I think we are filming this Sunday at 9 p.m. with Young Kings Podcast. Shout out to TC and Reek. That's pretty much it. Like I said, support us, help us get some money. Help Katie get a boom and a handle for her mic, even though she refuses to do it, even though she should do it because she's 4'11". You need the mic to move, but just saying. So,
excuse me.
That could be our next bullying campaign: is get Katie a boom.
No. First of all, I'm 5'3.5", according to my driver's
with
license.
shoes on, so that means you're 4'11".
No. If I was 4'11", I went to college for free. No, I had to pay for that shit. I wish. No, I mean, I don't need a boom. I like my $30 mic that I paid for. It suffices quite nicely. We're trying to bully me to get a boom.
Money.
Stop. Get out of here. Y'all are rude. You're bullying me. I mean, the Patreon...
We got to come up with our next bullying campaign. I'm running out of stuff to bully people about. I didn't think it would work for Kyle, so now we got to figure out who's our next victim.
I don't know. It's not me. No.
Get Katie a boom.
No.
Bully boom.
Bully boom.
Oh, that'd be dope. Make you get a bully boom. Fire bully boom. Oh, that's the hashtag. Hashtag bully boom.
Get out of here. I mean, Matt said Katie needs a boom. Adam has a boom.
It's almost fitting. You can't be Katie Baby and I had a boom.
I mean, that's true. But like...
Bully boom. Hashtag bully boom.
If you can get people to do it, I'll talk to Kyle. But like, I don't want it. It's just I have too much shit on this desk in this vicinity, anyways.
That's why it's called a bully boom. We're forcing you to take it. Pause. That was super rapey sounding. Sorry about that.
That's all right. It's all right. You didn't call me a bitch on stream like Kevin did. He's never living that down. Never. Oh God. All right, let's talk about NXT now that I'm
You're the boss. Let's
done
go.
being bullied. So we start with William Regal. He's in the middle of the ring, and he has two game-changing announcements. The first one being a 2-night takeover. It's NXT Takeover Stand and Deliver. So it'll be Wednesday, April 7th on USA, I guess. And then the 8th will be on Peacock. Right?
It's all horse shit either way. Pisses me off. Because the main thing for me is like it's not a takeover if it's on the regular night that NXT is on. That's not a takeover. I hate those.
Yeah.
Like normal ones. Like it's not a takeover.
It's not a takeover. That's just a special.
Especially if it's only going to be 2 hours, just like a normal NXT show is. It's not a fucking takeover.
Yeah, I mean, there have been takeover-worthy nights of NXT already.
Which they've completely gone Michael Cole and never stopped fucking saying. They said it about 15 different times during the main event today, so...
We talked about that on Monday, too, how they said Mania event caliber match. Bro.
Clearly that was a theme for this week for WWE.
Like, we get it. We know.
Right.
But you don't have to consistently challenge our intelligence. Like, we know. We can see that they're these types of matches, but you don't have to call them that every chance you get.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, that was definitely the theme for the week.
Annoying.
Yeah.
Odds of them doing it on Friday?
Oh, it's definitely happening. There's no doubt about it. It's happening.
Is there anything planned for Friday night, like, that they've announced that you think they'll use it for?
No, not that I've seen, but it's gotta happen.
It's gonna happen. I usually miss SmackDowns because that's, like, usually my one day off. So I am not doing anything. I'm not even in my house. And so I'm very curious to see if they'll do it. So that was game-changing announcement number 1. Number 2, William Regal has all of the women in NXT kind of standing on the ramp, and he calls Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez into the ring, and says, well, after all of the injustices from last week, you know, Adam Pearce coming out with his own ref, all the shenanigans, he unveils the new NXT Women's Tag Team Championships, which we knew was going to happen.
Which we called was going to happen anyway, because remember we said that the winners of the Dusty tournament should have been the new Women's Tag Team Champions. And, whoa, what happens?
Crazy.
Right. Wow. It's like we're insiders or something.
It's like we work for WWE or something.
This shit was ass. The debut of it. It was terrible. I don't normally say that about much things from NXT, but this was definitely just everything. It felt rushed. Like it just like
it was,
for it to be history making, which it is, like it was, I don't think they gave it the time or anything. Like they should have did this like at the end of the night.
Yeah.
Something, and then like had the tag team title match at one of the 15 nights at Takeover. But like I said, I don't know. Like I never really have these type of complaints with NXT, but yeah, this was ass for sure.
Yeah, and you know when RN complains about it, like something's not correct. But Raquel and Dakota are the first NXT Women's Tag Team Champions. They're holding the belt saying, well, this is the most talented division ever, and haha, we beat you all. Ha 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 ha. And, of course, that gets Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart's attention. They come into the ring and they're like, oh, congrats, guys. And, you know, you guys beat all the people in your bracket. We beat all the people in our bracket. We had a match. Could have gone either way.
That's
And
like we almost got you. Like what? No, no. Yeah, you did beat all your people in the bracket, but you didn't beat them. So
I mean, that's true. And it came down to those two teams to
right.
win the Dust Classic.
Is anybody else? Ask Matt and all them. Are they ready to admit how ass Shotzi and fucking Ember are on the mic? Like, are they? Like, is any like was tonight not enough to like show you how terrible they are on the mic? Like, if she did have that fucking tank, I don't think anything like the tank is the only thing that saves her, and I think that's ass too. But
Yeah, we know you don't like Shotzi
no, I like Shotzi in the ring.
in the ring.
I don't like her the 90 feet before she gets there.
I mean, I can understand that. But to sum up their challenge, they're like, well, you guys are the champs and you need challengers. So we challenge you to a match tonight for the titles. And William Regal's like, you got it. Boom.
See, this part though, that last like 2 minutes was actually dope. Like, I like how they set it up and I'm like, hey, you need challengers, but everything else was rushed and so trash that this didn't feel as good as it should have felt for being what it was. Like, if you're gonna challenge the new champs, like to me, that they did that part right. Like, they're the last ones to beat them. They went against them in the finals to the Dusty tournament, so they should be first up to get a title shot. I get that. I'm with that. That was dope. But like everything else was so rushed and like crammed in. Like that part of it didn't feel as, I don't know. I guess it didn't have the feel that it should have had if it was otherwise. Like if they had pushed this back till next week or something like that. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense.
No, I get what you're saying. Like, this was history making. I mean, we got to see new women's belts in NXT, like new tag belts, the first people to be the NXT Women's Tag Champions. I wish they would have, I don't know, like put it up a little more, put a little more pizzazz on it, not just have Regal unveil it and then have Ember and Shotzi come up. Like,
it should have been the Dusty final. That should have been where they were crowned tag team champions. Instead of having all that dumbass confetti for that giant ass statue that no one can pick up or touch, they should have gave them the tag titles. And for all everybody bitching and complaining like, oh, more titles, more titles. No, it's not more titles. To be honest, the women only have 3 fucking titles. 4 now. 2 sets of tag team titles, 2 women's titles. There's no federation has a women's secondary belt except for promotions that are all women.
Yeah.
But none of the major ones have that. So like not even New Japan anywhere. So like the whole too many belt shit, take that shit, roll it up, throw it out the fucking window. That does not count for women's wrestling. Like, and for me, as good as NXT has been and how in the forefront of women's wrestling, like I'm surprised it took them this long to even do it anyway.
Yeah. I mean, we've talked on numerous occasions that the women's division in NXT is one of, if not the best women's.
No, it is the best. It's the best by hands down.
Okay. So we get that match later in the night, but with all of the women still being on the stage, that leads right into the first of 3 title matches. We get Io Shirai taking on Toni Storm for the NXT Women's Championship match. Listen, this match was great. It's 2 of the best women who have gone toe-to-toe before. Nothing surprising. What I did like, there was a sequence where Io misses the moonsault and then she kicks out of Storm Zero, which you never see.
Right.
Proving Io's a fantastic champ. And then Tony goes for a diving headbutt off the top, and Io just applies a crossface.
Yeah, I wasn't into it. Like that being the finish. Like I mean, it was dope. I mean, but yeah, and especially that weak ass crossface. Like it was a weak ass version of the bank statement, really. Like I didn't think that should have been how they ended it, but and that's nitpicking. Like, besides that, this match was fucking dope. Like, it was everything we thought it was going to be with these two women. I mean, to me, these are the top two women in NXT and maybe in all of WWE. Because in my eyes, I think Toni Storm has the most potential to be. I think she has the potential to be the biggest woman in wrestling.
Wow.
And that's how I've always felt. Like, I mean, I don't, nothing she's done has changed that. I mean, and those pants, I mean, they just speak for themselves.
I knew you were gonna say something about it.
I can't not. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to be sexist, but the cake, that is the cake boss, bro.
I mean, I will say with her whole attire, I don't know why. It might have been like the cap and the glasses, but I immediately thought of like 90s HBK.
Right. Legit. And it looked like she had like the chaps on too, like 90. That's all I was thinking, like with fucking Sherry, fucking, you know what I'm saying? All of that. That's all I was thinking was straight up fucking HBK.
Matt said Toni in tights is the biggest heel move of the century.
Oh yeah.
You guys are ridiculous. Like, I get it, but Jesus.
I mean, listen. Let me just break
Okay,
it down.
I'm ready.
Not trying to be sad. Like, she got cake. Like, you always see it. Like, it's just there. But in those shorts and shit she wears, it don't go nowhere or do nothing. Them pants tonight was something different.
Definitely.
And I'll leave it at that. I don't want to be a creepy wrestling fan. I don't want to be a creepy sexist, like those guys that took pictures with Becky Lynch holding her and shit, and she was just like,
ew. Or like the creepy Alexa Bliss fans, or
or the like stand accounts, like they just like stop.
Like, please stop.
I'm this close to being a Toni Storm's pants stand account. I'm about to change my name to that on Twitter.
Do it right now. I'll let you do it. I'll let you do it right now. Go ahead. You can take your time.
Don't fucking play with me.
I'm not fucking playing.
This account is dedicated solely to Toni Storm's pants.
You can just make another separate account, add to your Twitter list. Jesus Christ.
Toni Storm's chaps. That's what my new name is gonna be.
It's like people wanting Bailey in shorts. Like, leave her alone.
Yeah. I'm not trying to go that far, but
ridiculous. Oh man. Following that, now that we gotta get back on track here, we got a brief promo from Finn Balor saying that, listen, Adam, like, there's no blind sides, no cheap shots. I beat you to win this title, and I'm gonna beat you to keep it. Simple.
I just don't understand how he was so grossly misused on the main roster.
I don't know.
Like, he's not saying anything. Like, he's not, like, these aren't these fucking, like, profound, like, awe-inspiring promos, but they're so, like, precise and to the point and just cut and dry that, like, sometimes it just kind of, like, gives you kind of shivers, like this little tiny dude talking this shit like this, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand, like, why they got so far. How did they lose such sight of that? And why can only Triple H bring this out of him? Like, I don't understand it. I mean, like, because normally things like this I don't like, but, like, him talking shit like that, like, bitch, it's over for you. Like, you ain't got no backup. You got nothing. See you tonight. Like, that shit is fire.
I mean, it's true. And, yeah, I don't know how Finn got so underutilized on the main roster. I mean, at first, he didn't.
Yeah, at first they were doing good. I mean, she was the first Universal champ.
Exactly, that's what I was going to say. And then, of course, injury.
Yeah.
And then when he came back from injury, then it kind of just plummeted downhill.
They had an opportunity when he went to the rainbow stuff, and he had so much of the LGBT community like behind him and like that groundswell, and they did fucking nothing with it. Like, he was on all types of shows and shit and everything, like, and people on Twitter were shouting him out for everything. Like, you had a groundswell to put the strap on him and rock it off. Like, and they, like, I don't understand why like how they just do how they grossly misuse talents like this. Like, but
Because it's WWE and that's what they do best.
Facts.
From one promo to an interview by LA Knight, which again, I hate saying his name.
It's fucking stupid. It's so dumb.
And this interview was stupid too. He's like, oh, everyone thought last week it was my in-ring debut. Next week, if someone wants to step up, come on. And then immediately Bronson Reed comes up behind him, chokes the hell out of him,
Chokes
and then
the shit out of
they
him.
just get separated by refs. Like, Jesus.
Who comes up with, like, it's like seriously, like, and the worst part is Eli Drake is so dope. You know he's gonna make whatever work because he's just good on the mic and can. But like, did they have one, like, remember those like name generator things where you just put some shit in and it generates a name for you? Like where the hell did they come up with it? LA Knight.
Like,
what?
It's dumb. I hate it.
It makes no sense. It's like, is it what is he, a minor league soccer team in LA or like
the LA Knights? Is that a thing?
No, it's the Vegas Knights.
Well, it's the Golden Knights for Vegas, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It sounds like a semi-pro baseball team. Like, it's a minor league baseball team.
It sounds like something you'd name like your like kids baseball team, like t-ball tournaments.
Yeah, it sounds like a intramural squad for college.
We're just slowly like going down on how shit his name is. Something you name your dog, like I don't get it. I hate it. Whatever. Moving on.
Terrible.
We get a match, a pretty dope match actually, between Jake Atlas and Pete Dunne. The pairing seemed kind of random, but I wasn't mad at it at all.
No, I mean, Atlas is getting his chance at everybody. Like, I'm here for it. I mean, I wish he wasn't taking all these losses now, but I mean, I knew as soon as they played Pete Dunne's music, I was like, he's getting his arm broke for sure.
And it damn near got close to it. I mean, Pete Dunne obviously being the master at focusing on limbs, like almost broke Atlas's arm. It had like a backwards arm bar for the finish.
First it was the kick that Beth kept saying was a liver, kicked him in the kidneys or some shit, and it was clearly an arm kick.
Yeah, he just tore his arm to shreds, as Pete Dunne does. So it wasn't super surprising. And, of course, it was a semi-fast match. Pete gets the win, gets a mic, and says, well, everyone needs to step up their game. Step up to me. I'm the best technical wrestler in the world. And if you got something to say, come prove me wrong.
We getting some Daniel Bryan action?
I mean,
I wouldn't be mad at it, because didn't he just cut a promo saying he's the best technical wrestler in the world?
Did he?
I think he did on SmackDown.
Oof. Triple H don't watch SmackDown.
Triple H watches everything.
Triple H doesn't care anymore. He's like, NXT's mine. Don't touch it. Nobody come near it. It's his child.
I'm just sick of fucking Orny Lorcan and Danny Birch.
You know what's crazy? I saw a picture on Twitter today, ironically enough. Danny Birch has been in NXT since 2012.
Yeah.
He's been a part of he was a part of like the first class in NXT.
Yeah.
That's fucking bananas.
I'm not trying to hate on them per se too as a team. Like, they serve their purpose for what they are. Like, every good tag team that came into NXT had to go through them first. But them as tag champs, like, they're never on TV. They're never doing anything. So, like, they can be Pete Dunne's lackeys without fucking holding the tag team titles hostage.
Yeah, I mean, where do we go with? I mean, well, there's a shit ton happening in the tag team division now after tonight. But where do the belts go? What's next for Pete Dunne? Why is this group still together? If you're gonna have Pete Dunne be with two dudes, one of which is British, just British strong style, bring back Tyler Bate and Trent. Like I don't get it. I don't get it.
No,
It's annoying.
nothing at all.
And then after that, we get an Imperium promo talking basically to Timothy Thatcher, saying, long time ago, we created something unique. They're like,
Recamp.
Yeah, I know.
Told you.
Yeah, I know. You've been saying it. You've been saying it for basically since Thatcher became a star on NXT. You've been saying this.
Yep.
And they're like, come back, Tim. We're doing this for you. If you want to bring your friend along, we'll make it work. Like, what the hell?
I mean, to be honest, Ciampa in them too wouldn't be dull. I mean, he pretty much is a ring general too. His style's a little bit more hardcore, a little more brawlers, but so is all of them. Alexander Wolf, all of them. They're all brawlers, but they're just technical at brawling. But if you really look at it, they all will beat the living shit out of you. So I wouldn't mind Ciampa in the group. But until Walter comes, Timothy Thatcher running in. I'm hoping Walter finally comes now that the travel ban is gone. I'm hoping we get the whole Imperium together, get that whole crew back. That'd be so fucking dope.
I mean, every time I think of Imperium, I just think back to them versus Undisputed Era.
Yeah, and they beat the brakes off of them.
And, like, that match was so good.
Right.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Wolf got taken out really early in that match, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think he really got injured. He was like the first thing out. They were down 3-4 pretty much most of the match.
I think, like, that injury happened, I think, within the first, like, 10-15 minutes of the match.
Yeah, so, maybe even before that.
Probably
it was
before that.
Pretty soon.
Bananas. But, I mean, I'm down to see all of Imperium back together. It needs to happen, because without Walter, they're kind of just there, which sucks, because all three of them are good. But they just need that presence of Walter's scary ass.
Right.
I mean, like you said,
I just don't know. Like, I really don't think Walter's coming. I think there's going to be Thatcher leading them this version of it.
I mean, based off of what happened later, I think I'm leaning more towards that too.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that in a second. After this, we got a promo from Leon Ruff. His retaliation to Swerve from last week, saying that he busted his ass. Oh, Jesus, hi.
Oh, yeah.
Hello. I just looked up for a second and it just said your name, and then you pop back up.
Yeah, completely frozen, then it popped back up. So we're good to go. Let's keep going.
Okay, cool. See, this is why you gotta watch the video, guys. I'm ignoring that. Leon Ruff basically said, well, I busted my ass to get here. I've been in the opening match, the main event, and next week, another rough landing for you or something. You know, something cheesy, because it's NXT promos, so.
Right.
I mean,
I'm just ready for Swerve to kill this dude, bro. Get it out the way.
I was just gonna ask, like, Swerve's gotta win this, right?
I mean, I hope. I mean, he already lost him again for his 99th loss in a year and a half. So, I mean, we'll see, I guess. But I hope he fucking wins. I mean, praying for it.
He's probably gonna win. Oh no, did I lose my camera again?
Yep.
Fuck! I knew it!
Right when you're coughing.
No. I know. This happened last time too. Come on. Don't be stupid. This is legit what happened last time too. Fuck. Anyway, start. Yep. Fuck! Alright, it's just gonna be audio for me again. God damn it! I'm gonna have to figure that out. Now everyone can just look at my fucking picture. I don't care. God fucking damn it. Legit what happened last time too. Almost, yeah, like a half an hour in. Whatever. So we get the second of 3 title matches. We get the NXT Women's Tag Team Championships. Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez taking on Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart. How did you feel about this match?
I thought it was dope. I mean, and Shotzi and Ember just keep getting better and better as a tag team. They're not so much. They don't feel so much as like two people just thrown together. Like I definitely feel that they're better as a tag team. I think they're a better tag team than than Raquel and Dakota too, to be honest. But like I said, I just hate them getting up to the ring. Once they get in the ring, they're both fucking dope. Like Ember especially, Shotzi too. Like I love them together too. Like Matt kind of got me on the bandwagon as them as a team. Like, and I'm not mad at them being the champs.
Yeah, I mean, so the ending of this match, we see a kind of rough landing. So Raquel has Ember up, and Dakota ends up getting pushed into her, causing Raquel and Ember to go over the top. Ember had kind
Look,
of
she
rough.
damn near power bombed Ember on the side. How hard she got pushed over, how hard they went over the top rope.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely something was miscalculated there, but they
Right.
recovered very well. And that led to Dakota Kai getting rolled up by Shotzi, and we have new NXT Women's Tag Team Champions. So not only is it history making that we got the first ever, but like two different sets of champions in one night.
Yeah, it didn't make sense to me. Like that part of it, I mean, I'm not mad that Shotzi and them won the titles. I'm mad at how they won and what set everything up for him to win. Like this should have been at Takeover. It shouldn't have been, because you already know they're going to run it back. The rematch is going to be at Takeover. So, like, why couldn't they just wait and give the new tag champs time to let that shit breathe? And then you already rushed everything starting out the show and to begin with. So, like, I don't know. Like, I'm not mad at them being the champs. I just think that they went at this shit so like rushed and sloppy and not NXT like. Because now we already know that it's going to be EO. Well, we'll get to that later, but we already know what the Takeover main event is probably going to be as far as the women's title goes. So, what's next for the tag champs?
I mean, I don't know, because you could have like Candice and Indy, or any of the other women who were in that tournament.
Right.
But you can't have Team Ninja because Casey's injured and Kaden. Well, I'll get to that in a minute. But I don't know. And you're right. Like this does lead to like, well, actually, it doesn't even lead to anything because we don't know. Like, why did we not just have Ember and Shotzi win the cup to make them the tag champions? Like, I get it, but I don't. It's just irritating.
Yeah, it makes. And like I said, we've never said anything like this as far as NXT goes. It just didn't make any sense. Nothing about it made sense, especially if you already knew or you had an inkling you were going to do the tag titles. Like the Dusty tournament was the best opportunity. All that goddamn confetti and all that shit flying. Like, how much better would that have looked if they were there holding the titles up too? Like, I don't know. It just didn't make any sense.
Yeah, it would have been cool as hell to see that, like, at the end of the Dusty Classic instead of just the confetti and the cup.
Giant cup that no one can pick up.
Exactly. So I guess we'll see about that. But following that, we got Adam Cole's promo in retort to Finn Balor's, talking about how did we get here, Kyle stepping out of line, Roddy acting like a tough guy, and he just put them back in their place. Undisputed Era is dead when I say it is. And he's like, well, I played you. Like, it has been about the title the whole time. I had a legendary reign after you left. Like, basically being like, ha ha ha, you thought you were cool shit in NXT. I destroyed your reign. I beat everyone. And if you thought the first reign was something special, just wait until you see what the second one is. And I really thought we were going to get it. And then I got sad. But it makes sense.
Right.
Let's talk about Xia Li taking on Kaden Carter. How did you... What?
Yeah. This match was sloppy.
Yeah. I mean, I like that they're having Xylee face like actual opponents now. Like her match with
Right.
Casey was like longer than her other matches have been, and now with Kaden it was like this. I mean, this one ended in a DQ, but I like that they're not just giving Xylee squash matches anymore.
Right. I don't know. This shit is just. I don't want to say it's running its course because I know we're not there yet, but I guess let's finish out what happened and I'll say what I'm gonna say.
So a little bit into the match, and it wasn't a long match and at all, but Casey, crutches out, and she sees Xylee trying to basically do the same thing she did to her with her knee, and Casey just hits her with her hits Xylee with her crutch, causing the DQ. Comes in the ring. Casey says, "You took it too far." Starts smacking Xylee with her crutch, causing Boa to get in the ring. She swings at Boa. He catches it, breaks the crutch with his foot, throws it out of the ring, and the being at the top of the ramp does like the hand movement to basically end Casey. And that causes Kaden to grab the other crutch, hit Boa in the back, and her and Casey both kind of limp out of there.
Again, like to me, especially now that there's being tag titles, you're taking your only real tag team away from the tag title picture. Like I know she's hurt, but like it's like I don't know. This is it's been a little bit mind-boggling. And to me, I think it would have been better if they had a woman with her instead of Boa, or Boa and another woman. So then you kind of got some tag team action going on. Because like that spot with Boa, it was all right, but it meant less because you knew that he wasn't going to put his hands on them.
That's true. I mean, they're not gonna have Boa attack Casey,
right?
At all, because it's WWE. They don't have intergender violence. Come on now.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like it would have meant a lot more if that was a woman.
I can agree. I agree 100%. Also, Matt's giving me shit in the chat now. He's like, if you would have boomed, this wouldn't be an issue. No, it's my camera.
Yeah, but you would have sounded way better with a boom now.
Shut up. Shut up.
I'm just saying.
No, and I'm just saying, this is exactly what happened on Monday, too. Like, for some reason, my camera decided to cut off. I'll just have to probably update all of this and figure it out by Monday. At least I have a few more days to figure this out.
You got this.
Maybe. Following whatever that match was, we get a promo from, I'm not gonna lie, I had no idea who the fuck this was at first. I was like, who's this Irishman talking to me right now? I'm not mad, but like, who is this? And lo and behold, it's Jordan Devlin. He looked completely different to me. Maybe because I don't watch UK.
Yeah, he doesn't look different at all. He looks almost exactly the same.
Listen, I don't watch NXT UK, so to me, I was so confused. But he's sitting at an airport, basically saying, well, it's a shame not to have the real cruiserweight champ be involved at NXT TakeOver, and he says that his travel ban has been lifted. So next week, Escobar, your time is up being the fake cruiserweight champion. So this is what we've been waiting for. We've been waiting for Escobar versus Devlin, and we're finally going to get it.
The only thing I hate about it is now NXT UK is losing the only secondary title they had.
That's true. Do you think they'll create another title for UK?
Maybe. I don't know. But like I said, or he might win it and go, because NXT already has the North American title. Maybe he'll win it and take it back with him, and it'll eliminate it here in the US.
That's very possible. I mean, that's kind of what I think is going to play out, because afterwards we see Escobar getting all pissy with William Regal.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling Devlin's going to win and then just take it back to UK.
Or he might stay because he was trained by Finn Balor, so...
Yeah. I mean, they had a match, didn't they?
Yeah, at a takeover.
That's right. That's right. I do remember seeing that match. That's why I was like trying to rack my brain to see if I like thought the match happened or it actually did happen.
It was either at a takeover or one of the UK tournament pay-per-views. Remember they did the tournament twice.
Oh, are you talking about like the Worlds Collide thing?
No, it may have been that actually. Now that I think about it, it was either that or they did a UK title tournament. They did two of them.
Okay.
I think it might have been that one of the pay-per-views for that. I can't remember. I know they've had a match though.
Okay, so I'm not crazy. They did have a match. Good.
No.
Well, I'm crazy, but like.
Right.
So after we see Escobar, fighting with William Regal, Legado de Fantasma have a match against Grizzled Young Veterans. Obviously, Zach Gibson's just like, you guys are Escobar's puppets. His typical spiel before a match, which I didn't realize they were going to do before every single match they had.
Yeah, they do it literally before every match.
I don't know why I never picked that up until like recently. I was just like, they really do like cut a cool promo before every match.
Literally every match. There's not been. I've not seen them wrestle. Even like when they did like battle royals and shit. Like even before they were attacked him when he was on his own. Like he always did it before every single match.
So it's just Zach Gibson himself just likes to cut a promo before every match.
Drake cuts in now. Drake's been, especially since they've been over here, he's been cutting in a little bit more, saying a couple things, but for the most part, it's just been Gibson doing the promo. Liverpool's number one.
So we get a little bit of this match, and then Breezango's music hits, and last week they were in astronaut costumes, which I don't think
got that ass whooped to the moon.
All right, Cameron Grimes, calm down. Which we didn't get Cameron Grimes at all this week, which
we didn't. I just realized that.
I just realized that too, and you said to the moon. So Breezango's music hits, and we see two astronauts walking out, and no, it is not Breezango. It is MSK wearing the astronaut suits. That causes a distraction, allowing, I believe, Mendoza to roll up Drake for the win. And that causes Grizzled Young Vets to try and attack MSK. They're throwing the helmets at him.
But no, first he smashed his hand on the steps with the helmet.
Well, that was the last thing that they did. He threw the helmet at his stomach, and then Gibson had his hand on the steel steps, and Lee takes the helmet and smashes it on Gibson's hand, which, damn, payback.
Right.
And that causes Grizzled Young Vets to kind of like go away, and Legado is still in the ring. Breezango comes up behind them, beats them up, super kick by Breeze, Falcon Arrow by Fandango, and then MSK come in the ring, and they do the little Fandango dance, and friendship. That's what this was.
Friendship. Yikes. Get these fuckers away from the MSK.
Why? Why do you say that?
I don't like Breezango. They're so lame. God.
But they're so talented.
Yeah, but when and where? Like, it's over.
What do you mean when?
They don't do anything that shows their talent.
Which sucks, because they both are extremely talented.
They were 10 years ago.
No. Tyler Breeze can still go.
Yeah, but when are you going to see that? When's the last time you've seen a Tyler Breeze match where he went?
I don't know. They don't really.
Yeah, I know you don't.
After they lost the titles, they haven't been like on TV.
You couldn't drink. That's the last time there was one. You couldn't legally drink.
Shut the fuck up.
You may have still been in high school.
Get out of here.
It was before he was with Fan Lamo. I guarantee you that.
They've only been a tag team for, when did they start doing?
5 years.
Is that when they started doing Fashion File stuff?
At least 4 years.
I'm gonna look it up.
Ass.
Hey, DMCA, we're gonna get in trouble for that. That's
Fan shame on.
it's only if you play it. Let's be real here. When did this start? 2018? No, it had to have been before that.
Fan shame on, man. That's all you need to worry about.
Well, regardless, I don't know. I like Breezango, but I guess that's just me.
All you weird white people do. I don't know why.
What the fuck? I mainly like it for Tyler Breeze. Fandango.
Every time I think of Fandango, I just think of fucking Fandango doing that fucking thrust jump like in people's face after a match.
Jesus.
That's the best thing about him, man.
God damn. I'm so happy that this is on camera. You doing that?
Oh, that's the only thing about Fandango I like.
Jesus. Following that, we got a interview of Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez saying it doesn't matter that if we were the champs for 5 minutes, 5 hours, days, weeks, years, months, whatever, we made history. And Io Shirai comes over and gets in Raquel's face and says, I want you next. And then Raquel's just like, be careful what you wish for, Chica. And this match is going to be so dope. I cannot wait.
So we know what the main event for one of the nights of Takeover is going to be.
Yeah. Which, it's probably going to be the first night because it's WWE. And I've been fighting D-Rod on this since D-Rod and I had to do a podcast together. He's certain that Sasha and Bianca will be the main event of one of the nights of Mania.
Yeah, that's true.
Listen, if it is, I will give WWE all the credit. But
it's gonna be a main event.
Based off their track record, I'm not sure. Unless they can do something dope. Unless they can do something dope for the WWE Championship, because you know Roman and Edge is gonna close out the show completely.
Right. I just don't think that they look at Lashley and whoever he's going up against like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. I mean, I think this was back when Drew was still champ.
Yeah.
So
maybe even so, even if it ends up being Drew that he's going against, I think that they look at Sasha as a bigger commodity than they do Lashley or Drew.
I mean, that's very possible. Like I said, I just don't trust WWE. I would love that to be the main event, and I don't want that to be misconstrued in any way, shape, or form because, you know, women's wrestling.
Right.
I just don't trust WWE. That's
I don't either. The only reason why I'm saying that I think it will be the main event is because I don't think they trust Lashley or Drew. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, but then if they bring Lesnar in, and then that's a different story, which I don't even want that to happen. Right. I'm not even going to get into that right now. We're just going to move on. We're just going to move on. And we get an interview by Thatcher, and he doesn't really get to say anything. Ciampa comes over and is like, I'm not interested. I'm more interested in the general across the pond, meaning Walter, which Ciampa versus Walter, fuck yeah.
Right.
And Ciampa's just like, well, if you're not with them, you're against them, and then we have a match next week against them. So
he's gonna turn on Ciampa.
I was gonna say, you could tell by his face he's gonna turn on Ciampa.
Well, just the fact that Ciampa did all this and said all this without him saying anything and set them up a match, he's gonna turn on him, and I hope he does.
I mean, you could just see it on his face. He's gonna turn on him.
Right.
And now for the main event, the final, the third, if you will, title match. Adam Cole taking on Finn Balor for the NXT Championship. I can't even be surprised. This match was dope. Every time these two face off, it's amazing. Like, why are we surprised?
Right.
Like, nothing.
Even with 10 minutes. This felt like a 40-minute match. It was only like 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, and it had 2 picture-in-picture things in it too. And yeah. So it wasn't a super, super long match, but it definitely felt like it was.
It felt like a main event of a takeover.
Wow, crazy. Why would you say such a thing? How dare you?
I've been conditioned to think that way.
All right. They think we're like Pavlov dogs or some shit. It's like you'd ring the bell and we start salivating. No. I was a psych major. I know how that shit works. No, I'm not going to say it.
Badgering.
Stupid. But towards the very end of this match, Finn sends Adam over the top, and Adam's kind of like getting up on the barricade, or like using the barricade to get up, and Kyle O'Reilly emerges from the darkness looking badass, not saying a word.
He fucking Dexter Loomis in him.
He kind of was, except not as creepy as Dexter Loomis.
Right.
Not as creepy as Dexter Loomis by far. And that allows Finn to hit Adam on the outside, hits him with the 1916 on the floor, leading to the coup de grace in the middle of the ring. Well, corner, rolled him up, pin,
right.
Whatever. You know what I mean.
Yep.
And then Kyle gets in the ring, and Finn kind of like, it was the subtle like usher him on. He was just like,
yeah, like
ahead.
here he is, served
like,
up for you,
right there. And he was just sitting in the corner the whole time while these two just brawled. But before they brawl, Adam goes for a low blow. Kyle catches his arm, takes off the UE band, and then brawl ensues.
Shout out to Adam for escaping that many times.
He's a squirrely son of a bitch.
Yeah, he is.
And I love it. That's why he's Adam Cole, baby.
Facts.
I mean, Kyle did try to end, quote unquote, end his career like Adam did to him. He like, because earlier in the match, Adam took the top steps off, because he was gonna try that same like, I can't even remember the move he actually does. It's kind of like a suplex, just onto the steps.
Right.
And Kyle was gonna try that on Adam. The refs stopped it immediately, and then they start. Adam runs away. Kyle chases him. The refs chase him.
Kyle's getting suspended, bro. He put his hands on 2-3 different refs.
Yeah, he's getting fined. He's getting fined up the ass right now.
Definitely getting heavily fined.
Heavily fined. I mean, Drake takes the bumps usually, but he was pushing other refs too. Like, that's not their job. That's Drake's job. That's what Drake's there for. That's why he's the bump ref. And we are left with Finn Balor standing in the ring, facing the ramp, and he says, what took you so long? And he turns around, and it's Karrion fucking Kross.
Right. That part was dope. Him yelling, what took you so long?
I know. And it was so subtle, too.
Right.
Because you could...
At first, I was like, who the fuck is he talking to? And then he turned around, I'm like, oh, okay.
I could tell by the camera shot someone was going to be behind him, but I legitimately had no idea who it was going to be.
Well, you know how NXT goes. Whenever they have some shit like that pop off, and then the Kyle and him just disappeared. Like, you knew something else was going to happen.
Yeah, like, you could tell someone was going to be behind Finn, but it was just the question of, oh shit, who is it going to be?
Right.
For a second, I thought it'd be Roddy, but then I was like, well, no, that doesn't really make sense. But I didn't have to think long because it didn't take too long for them to just pan the camera slightly back. And it was Karrion Kross, and they have a nice stare down to end NXT.
Karrion Kross looks like he runs a fishing boat in a tourist community. Fucking hemp necklace and shit, and these Hawaiian shirts he's been wearing.
He looks like the bouncer at some shitty club in New York.
It looks like tourists hire him to go on fishing trips, and then he smacks their wives.
Jesus! Oh my god! Oh.
It looks like he gets in barroom brawls.
He probably does, honestly. Oh, Jesus Christ! All right, but yeah, that was NXT. If you're watching the video or the stream, sorry about my technical issues. Again, I'll get this figured out. Probably, hopefully. Allegedly. Oh, we can say that in a minute. Yeah, allegedly I'll get my technical issues figured out. But, thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned on Putting Over on Friday for SmackDown recap with RN and Kyle. And Sunday night, I don't know what channel it'll be on, but UWO with RN, TC, and Reek from Young Kings. We bullied Kyle into that. Yeehaw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got him.
And, yeah. Thank you guys so much, and we'll catch you later. Bye-bye.